So, welcome. Today I want to speak about faith. And today I'm going to title Faith Street. But what I want you to listen to is this video by Steve Harvey. Amazing. I'll check you out after this little short insert. See you shortly.
And my faith. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. You can never lose faith. That's the key. You have to believe in something that you can't see. You have to believe when you don't see no way how. You have to buckle down and keep believing. God is always coming. Here's the deal. The moment you ask God for something, he boxes it up and he ships it to you. Here's the problem with the package. He never gives you the date that it's going to arrive. It's going to come. He just don't tell you when. If he told you when, it would destroy the relationship that's required to have an abundant life, which is faith. If God told you you were going to be rich in August of 2021, do you know how crazy you would talk to people from now until then? Because you know on August 21, I'm going to be rich. But he don't tell you when the package is going to arrive. So here's the deal. He wants you to stay in faith to receive the package because he only delivers to Faith Street. If you step off over here to I Don't See How Boulevard, he don't ship there. If you get over here to I Don't See How Circle, he does not ship there. He only sends the boxes to Faith Street. So when he sends it and you'd have moved off Faith Street, the package got to go.
So, welcome back. Now, don't you think that was a good video, a short segment? Just thought I wanted to share that with you guys. So, my name's Matt. I'm from Karnak Holistics, and where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So, as I've said, today I want to speak about faith. And today I want to title it Faith Street. Now, so, Faith Street, what is that about? What does that mean? Now, Faith Street is where you're living. Is where you're living consciously and where you're living emotionally. If you don't have any faith or any belief in anything, when God goes out there to deliver that important message or that important package to you, you won't receive it. It will go elsewhere. It will go down to, you'll be on another street called I Don't Believeville. And on I Don't Believeville is somewhere where God don't like to deliver because he wants warriors. And he's not saying that you're going to go out and kind of cause any mass craziness. What he wants to do is to empower yourself. Find yourself. Find who you are. Build yourself. Return to him your true love in what you are created to be, what you're created to do. You know, so many people are really good at complaining. Some people are really good at blaming others and saying, they're not achieved this, they're not done that, and God's caused all these wars and this has happened and that's happened. But you know what? I don't really care. There's so many people who come to me and said, well, I don't really believe in what you believe. I do not care because where there's one who don't believe, there's another 10 behind that do. So just step aside. Do you think your views and what you say to me is going to impact my faith? Because you know what? The reality is like I've already crossed that threshold. I've already seen the amazing things what God has delivered to me, and people like you who have ignorance, who are lost. There's a saying: how many people point at you, how many fingers are pointing back? That means that they're quick to blame and judge and have an opinion, than opposed to sort their own crap out. And I can guarantee you, a lot of these people are really good at complaining about situations, but they're not good at solving their own situations. I had one person who kept on complaining, saying to me that they couldn't find, they kept saying that their relationship was always up and down and not moving anywhere and so on and so forth. And I said to them, well, what are you doing to change that? What are you doing to change yourself? And what is it about you that why your relationship? Well, it's not me, it's them. Well, it can't be them because they're the ones that seem to leave you. So maybe there is something about you that is the problem. I know I was a right muppet, a good 6 years ago. And I thought, in my entirety, I thought that no matter what I were doing, it was all everybody else's fault, and I blame people for this, and I blame people for my mistakes in my life. Why I wasn't progressing in my career, why I wasn't progressing in me achieving my goals, or getting the car that I want, or the relationships that I needed, or the relationship that I want. Reality is, it was my own shit until I kind of woke up and said to myself, "Look, Matt, if I seem to be attracting all these types of people," God had this conversation with me and said, look at yourself, look in the mirror, what do you see? When I looked in the mirror, I can tell you what I did see. I saw misguidedness, confusion, stress, blame, frustration, anger, and all these things are created into manifesting within all these people around me. The minute I shifted my focus and then said, okay, well, let me see what I'm angry about and let me deal with that. So I dealt with that, and then the anger went, or slowly dissipated and disappeared. When I was really getting really frustrated and misguided and I wasn't sure about what I wanted to do, I started to look at where I was at that time, what made me happy and what didn't make me happy, and did something about what didn't make me happy in order for me to find out what can make me happy and follow that path of Happyville. So when I started doing all these things and I started asking God for different things for me to achieve, then he started to deliver, because I was in Faith Street. He arrived and he knew exactly where to deliver. Oh, my son would like a new partner to help him advance forward with his career, to advance forward with himself, to go on holidays, to go on trips abroad, to spend time with family, to build a bigger family. Okay, right. Type that into the computer, send it down to him. It was there within a year. Oh, my son is calling out there. He's glorified me. He's done my work. He's living for himself and he's living for others. And he's guiding and helping people. He's doing my work. He's doing my bidding. And he's helping those people who are less fortunate or even more fortunate than him to find their true self. Let me send him a better career. So he did. Let me develop Karnak for him. Let me put my message out now. And you know what? We are good about blaming. You have not because you want not. If you want something, you will get something. There's a beautiful saying is that pain is a gain. So through pain equals success, equals achieving something. For example, I heard this story the other day. I was watching this man who climbed, I think it was the first Vietnamese team that climbed Mount Everest, or a mountain. Yeah, I think it was Mount Everest. And what they kept on saying was that they always supported other nations to climb up this mountain. They knew where it was. They knew how to get there, how to climb. But the governments and the people around them just didn't back them. So what did they do? They said, hold on, why are we glorifying other people when we can do this ourselves? So they put together a team and they climbed Mount Everest and they achieved their goal. And they were the first Vietnamese people in order to achieve that goal. Instead of being second place, i.e. helping others, God glorified them for them to climb that mountain. And also, I had a friend of mine who was always coming in and out of bad careers, and no matter what he did, he kept on falling into the same type of job, even to the same type of employer or the same type of manager. So then he sat down with me and we spoke about it, and I said, well, what's going on for you? What draws you to that type of job? What is it that you enjoy? And he said that status, isn't it? Status. What do you mean by status? What is status? What do you mean by status? Well, I'm paid really well. I'm achieving my goals. I can travel here, there, and everywhere. I can buy what I want. But I go, well, why are you so? You're not happy. Why are you single? Why are you alone? Why are you not having people at your birthdays or Christmases? Why don't you see your family much? Well, I don't have time. Well, don't you think you should find time in order to achieve that? Maybe change your role or change your type of job you do. So I said, He goes, yeah, I am thinking about changing careers, change. But it's going to be really painful to change. And so I said to him, I just said to you, where there's pain, there's gain. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it will be good once you transition and once you change. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy path. Nothing's easy. But at life, as long as you have God in your heart and you have a focus and you're doing it for yourself, you would achieve a lot. And the reality is, it makes me laugh because people find it really hard to make life so simple. They spend their life trying to change the without than changing the within. So when people come to me, I'm always reflecting back to them saying, well, what's how does it make you feel? What's going on inside you? Where does it manifest in your body? Where does your anger come from? And what do you do? And he goes, well, yeah, I have to change this outside. I have to make sure that I can pay the bills. I can put the kids in school. I can be there for my partner and so on and so forth. And I said, well, if that is the case, then you need to look at why you are feeling the same way, because you're just going to keep going on 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. It's always going to be this way. So you need to address that and deal with that. And then someone said to me, man, 2020 was a sheer hell. It was a sheer hell. Wasn't it like that for you, bro? And I was like, not particularly. Not particularly. For the planet, we had COVID. Still is here. COVID was started in 2020. It's here in 2021 and probably be here in 2022. People died, yeah. But in my life, I've had worse days in my life. I've lost people. I've lost my mum a couple weeks before Christmas Day. I lost my dad a couple days before my son's, just a couple of days after my second son was born. So you want to talk about dark days or dark times? They are dark times in my life. When I saw my partner who contracted COVID and she was really sick, and I had to look after her, and whether I will catch it, because if I catch it, probably more liable will kill me. So looking after her, seeing her going through that, and the stress and the pain that she was going through, and her getting decoloured. And I was fortunate that she didn't have to go into hospital. But equally, that was still a painful time, a painful 2 weeks for me. And for her, they were dark times. But in 2020, I performed very well at work. To be kind of blunt, I performed very well at work. I was getting people into work. I was saving people in who were they'd been threatened to lose their work. I helped them stay in work. I helped people transform their lives from being in a bad relationship to find a new relationship. I've helped people be motivated to find a true chi within themselves. So, every year is going to have some form of disaster, but but out of that pain that is out there, there is a gain. And when I work with people and then they are struggling and they don't know what to do or where to go, and they're saying that I've worked so hard all my life, and I've been abused, I've been stressed out in work, and I've been bullied at work and so on. You know what? We can change. We can change. No one has power over you but you. The only one who has power over you is God. You are allowing people to have that power over you. You need to take that power back. And if they try and say something to you, you just go, well, I don't think so. You know what? I just realized the other day what my problem was since Christmas. Actually, before that, since November, I've been up and down, up and down, up and down with emotions, spiritual, and so on. And the reality is like I realized that no pain, no gain, and without it, without I'm not even saying sacrifice, without me reflecting on myself, why am I feeling like this, which is going to affect people around me? I began to say, okay, I'm going to shift this. And when I looked at it, it's not that bad. My life wasn't that bad. I made it worse than what it is. If I eat all the wrong foods, it makes me sluggish, makes me feeling really like blah. But so I started eating better. I started training more. Nothing massive, but I have a goal. And my goal is to run and being able to jog and being able to live a healthy life. And now my eighth grandchild is due to be born in May. And we're all excited about this new transition and new chapter of life because there's 7 grandchildren that are with me now. Know us. And this grandchild coming is coming through my son, but it's coming to us and we are blessed. But the reality is, it's like no pain. A mother gives birth, pain, gain, baby being born. Any mother who is giving birth will know what I'm talking about. Apart from those lucky ones who didn't have pain, and hats off to you, because that's happened. But when I think of my mum and who passed the spirit 27 years ago, still remember her voice, still remember her smell. I can still remember, her smell. I can still remember her laugh. But pain, when she was really ill before she passed, but she didn't majorly suffer. She just slipped away. Gain, I can see her whenever I want to see her because I can feel her around me now. And she's not in pain. Same with my dad. He's not in pain anymore. My father-in-law, who was in pain, I still feel him around me. So pain equals gain. And when I have a lack of faith and I'm not sure what I need to do, I'll just sit and go, what is it that I need to do? And just think and feel. And then I fall into faith. Faith is not something you can see. Faith is something you feel. And we all have feeling because we all either love or we all can feel a room. We can all feel cold and so on. We can feel and entwine with faith. And a lot of people can say, oh, well, that's just, hocus pocus. That's your shit. You can deal with that. I don't really give a damn about that stuff. And you want to try and disprove it. I don't really give a fuck about it. The reality is, it's like my feeling and what's got me through it, because you little shites who tell me, oh, well, there's no such thing as faith, right? You people weren't there when I never had faith. And when I did get faith and when I needed that person there, they weren't there. So when I began to have faith and he stepped in to help me and God was there in the dark times, man. No human was there in the dark times. But they like to claim that they were. Oh, yeah, I was there when you was doing this. Rubbish, bullshit, rubbish. Glory to God. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm living for, And my blessings are my family, and my partner, my kids, my grandchildren. They're the blessings. My job, you guys. These are the effects. The pain, the dark time. This is the gain. And it will get better. Just hang in there. So I'm going to end on that note, and I just want you all to stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. And namaste.